Cesar Millan, a famous dog trainer, had a tense moment in court after the sentence hearing not long ago. A lot of people are interested in what will happen next because this event has gotten a lot of attention. What happened that got the dog whisperer into this mess? Let's find out right away. As Cesar Millan's trial came to an end, he was thrown into a dramatic situation. He built an empire based on the idea of control and authority, but he was the one who lost it. As the judge read the decision after months of hard-fought court cases, when Millan got angry, he slammed his fist on the defense table and yelled at the prosecutor. Security guards rushed to restrain him as he stormed toward the stage, losing his usual calm. Millan has become a worldwide star in the dog training business over the past 20 years. His TV shows are shown in more than 80 countries. His books have sold over 1 million copies, and his training theory of calm and clear energy has made him famous. Well-known image, it is thought that they are worth more than $25 million. Pet fans used to know Millan's name, but as the study of animal behavior has grown, more experts have spoken out against his methods, saying they can make animals stressed, scared, or even hurt. The case wasn't just one event, it was the result of years of trouble. A clip from Cesar 911 showed a dog trained by Millan attacking a pig during a controlled practice session. That was the last straw. The footage, anger, and a flood of testimony from former clients and employees who said animals were hurt during training. Faced with this mountain of proof, the judge decided that Millan's methods were not only physically harmful, but also went against modern ideas of animal welfare. The decision came with a number of harsh punishments. He was forever banned from working professionally with animals, the training center he started had to close, and he had to pay animal welfare groups a lot of money. Needed to take training classes in the science of animal behavior, but what may have hurt Millan the most was the rule that made him admit in public that many of his teaching methods had been shown to be ineffective by scientists. Even Millan's fans were shocked by how angry he got in court. As he was led out of court, he kept screaming that he had been treated unfairly and that his ways had helped animals, not hurt them. The whole thing was caught on camera, and it went viral very quickly and became a sign of the fall of a dog training star. Outside the courtroom, the differences between the sides were clearer than ever. Protesters held sides criticizing his methods, while devoted fans stood quietly, many of them in tears. Some people held up pictures of the dogs they thought Millan had helped. It was a dramatic difference that showed how people have always been divided over the training methods he has used throughout his career. Millan's work and life have been a wild ride, from a burning dream to from the height of success to a fall into trouble and loss. He was born poor in Culiacan, Mexico, and crossed the border into the U.S. illegally when he was 21 years old. He had only $100 with him and a strong desire to become the best dog trainer in the world. His story of how he went from being homeless and washing cars at a Los Angeles pet groomer to becoming a worldwide TV star is an amazing example of how strong people can be. His dog saved him, gave him a reason to live, and killed him. People who knew him well weren't totally shocked by what happened. What happened in court behind the charming and sure-of-himself man on TV was a man who was in a lot of pain. In 2010, his 16-year marriage fell apart when his wife filed for divorce, leaving him with a huge mental and financial hole. In the same year, his beloved pit bull, who was the center of his training theory, died of cancer. Because of the 2 shocks in a row, he became so depressed that he tried to kill himself by taking too many drugs. What people saw was a carefully crafted picture of beauty. A producer who worked with Millan said that he was very attached to his image as a dog whisperer, a calm boss who could handle any issue. As his personal life fell apart, he held on even tighter to his business image. The thought of losing that was too bad. Even though he got his job back on track after what happened, people who knew him well say he never really got over it. When people criticize him, especially when they question how he trains, he gets more defensive. Even though dominance-based training is being criticized more and more, and Millan has strongly defended his methods in the field of animal behavior science. Even though his methods have been criticized before, this is the first time they have been looked at so closely. An episode of his show showed a dog attacking another animal while they were training, which led to the probe. The video quickly went viral, which led to a public outcry and a probe by animal welfare officials. Even though Millan wasn't charged in that case, the media interest has led to a new line of claims made by old clients. Another family said their French bulldog had serious anxiety after an overly stressful training exercise. Another person talked about how their dog got hurt while getting better at Millan's center. The most important stories came from former workers who said that the animal's well-being was sometimes put second to the show's drama. One former trainer remembered seeing Millan purposely make things tense to get better footage, then cut them down to lessen the blow. When experts looked at his old shows, they saw that the animals were showing signs of nervousness, which he portrayed on TV as submission or calm surrender. By drawing parallels between Millan's methods and modern animal behavior studies, the prosecution made a strong case. Veterinary behaviorists and animal rights activists both said that the model of training based on fear and fearlessness didn't work in today's society. This led to the controversial end of Millan's career. Music. In the past few years, progress in the study of dog emotions and thoughts has completely changed how we think about dog behavior. In court, Dr. Emily Henderson, a top expert in veterinary behavior, said that the idea that dogs are always trying to dominate people and need to be put at the bottom of the pack is completely out of date. Based on this idea, training methods not only didn't get to the root of behavior problems, they can even make dogs more afraid and anxious. During the whole hearing, Millan he was always sure of himself and told the press that he was misunderstood and that his enemies had the wrong idea about how he did things. But as more proof and testimony from people who had been hurt, both humans and dogs, came in, his lawyers became more and more worried. There were videos of dogs Millan trained clearly in pain, which made it impossible for him to defend his image as a man wrongly judged by scientists. After the court case, Millan stopped being seen by the public and turned down all interviews. Queries made through a spokesperson, there have been rumors that he has run away to Mexico to escape being questioned by the media, but this has not been confirmed. In a short statement, his sons, who were on the show and are expected to carry on his dog training tradition, asked for privacy during this sad time. At the same time, the dog training business is going through a big change. Schools that used to support Millan's methods quickly changed their names and took out words like dominance and pack leadership from their websites and teaching materials. Many coaches who used to agree with his ideas now stress their dedication to science-based, non-forceful training methods. A big part of the business is trying to get away from its bad reputation. Professional groups have also taken advantage of the chance to spread information about new ways to train people. The American Veterinary Medical Association has changed its official statement to say that using negative reinforcement to train animals can be bad for their health and that positive reinforcement should be used instead. More and more people are going to seminars and training on dog behavior science as both professional owners and trainers want to learn new things. Animal rights groups that have long been against Millan's training methods see this as a big change for the better. One important nonprofit leader said that the event has made people more aware of humane training than it had been in decades. It's too bad that it took a big scandal to change people's minds, but the most important thing is that dogs will gain from the change in the long run. Even the TV business has agreed to follow through. New dog training shows are being made that only use positive feedback, which is very different from Millan's methods that have been discredited. Many streaming services have taken his shows off their lists and replaced them with films about how dogs think and how to train them using science. Many of the dogs involved have been sent to behavioral experts, and they are slowly getting over the trauma with the help of gentle methods that have been shown to work. It is thought that they went through. One thing is clear from the videos that show their recovery. A dog can still learn and grow safely and happily without being forced to. Cesar Millan's methods for training dogs used to be famous and drew millions of fans from all over the world. But since his dramatic fall from power in court, the controversy surrounding him has only grown. Many people in the business world think that Millan can get back on track by changing his methods to include positive feedback while still maintaining his signature charismatic style. However, others believe that he is unwilling to change, which was evident in his violent reaction to the court ruling. Draw Miguel Sanchez, a veterinary behaviorist who was invited to observe Millan's training, believes that he has the opportunity to evolve with science, with his wide influence and ability to captivate audiences. Millan could have led his followers to more modern, humane ways. Instead, he has chosen to continue to support techniques that have been criticized as potentially harmful. Had he taken a different path, his legacy might have left a more positive mark on dog owners around the world. Millan's downfall not only affected his personal career, but also sparked a wider conversation about how humans view their relationships with dogs. More people on social media are questioning standard ways of training, looking into other methods, and sharing science-based training materials. Books on positive reinforcement are selling like crazy, but people are more interested in non-violent training classes. More than ever, the event has made people think again about the dominance-based training model that Millan popularized. People no longer think they have to be alphas to get dogs to obey and follow their commands. Instead, they are learning to work together and trust each other. Canine cognition expert Dr. Lisa Reynolds says, "We are moving away from old ideas of dominance and learning to form real partnerships with our four-legged friends instead." Millan used to be able to command the stage in front of huge crowds, but things are very different for him now. His future is unclear because the methods he pushed are losing credibility in the eyes of science. The question is whether he will accept change and adapt or stick to his beliefs. As he is let out of court, his last words are proud. "The world doesn't see what I see." The story of Millan's rise and fall is both a personal tragedy and a sign of a big change in how people think about how dogs act. As more and more people switch to more sensible ways to train, the old Millan techniques are quickly going out of style. It serves as a reminder that no one can stop the growth of science and ethics. However, his downfall may have been his most important contribution to the field. What do you think about Millan's angry behavior in court? Was it an understandable reaction, given what he had to lose, or did it truly reflect his character? And has this case changed your perspective on dog training? Share your ideas in the comments and stay tuned for more exciting content. What do you think of Millan's violent response in court? Is his reaction reasonable given what he stands to lose, or does it really show who he is? And has this event changed the way you think about training dogs? Tell us what you think in the comments and stay tuned for more fun stuff.